Hi everyone, I'm Desiree, and what I have for you today is a 30-minute Vinyasa flow. I encourage you to take this practice anywhere to your favorite spot and enjoy. I'm so happy and thrilled and feel really lucky to share with you my outdoor space, and I invite you to look at this practice to introduce this movement and these shapes into your body, into your mind, as if it's fresh air coming in. So with this practice, we won't need any props. So you can just join me on your mat or somewhere comfortable on the floor, and let's start moving. So let's come down onto our back first. All right, it's always my favorite place to first start. So lie down on your back. All right, have your knees bent, feet on the floor, and just take a moment here to pause. All right. Feel the feet on the mat or on the ground. All right, you can place your hands on your body. Let's connect to ourselves first, to our practice, to why we're here. And whatever reason that is, just take a moment to think about that. I want you to notice any sounds in your environment, any sensations that your environment may cause. Maybe there's a breeze or a fan blowing, some noise in the distance, whether it's nature or a man. And then slowly start to walk yourself into your own body. And again, back to that intention and that connection of why you are here in this practice. Bring your attention back into your feet. Bring your attention along the length of your back. Bring your attention to the back of the head. And with your next round of breath, breathe in a little deeper. And as you exhale, just feel everything just kind of soften and get a little closer to the ground. So we're going to start to move our body. You can feel free to keep the eyes closed or you can open them. But I want you to draw your right knee in towards your chest. Right? And you can place the hand on the leg or not, but I just want you to start making really small, soft circles, first going away from the body. So the whole body is staying still and just the leg is moving. And then go ahead and reverse the circles. And then bring the leg back to center. Pause. Right. Bring the leg in a little bit closer to the chest. And I want you to, as if you're taking a happy baby, right? Like this half happy baby, interlace the hand on the inside of the leg to grab the outside of the foot. Right. You can also grab the outside of the thigh or wherever really is accessible to you. Point the sole of the foot up towards the sky. And again, with that next passing breath, allow the leg to relax and heavy down towards the body. Take the foot back down to the floor. Pause. And then draw the left leg up. Right, and we'll take those same circles here on the left side. First going away from the body. Just isolate the movement of the leg away from the rest of the body. And then take those circles going towards the body. And then pause and center, draw the knee a little closer to the chest, right? And then grab onto the foot or the leg, wherever is most accessible. And then with each passing breath, allow the leg to get heavy and draw a little closer to the body. Take the foot down to the ground. Pause here with both feet planted, knees still bent. And just try and feel evenness between right and left sides of the body. Draw both knees in towards the chest. Right. Place the hands on the shins or thighs, right, and just get really close here. Lift the chest, lift the head, so the head comes towards the knees. All right, so we're gonna rock ourselves up to sit and make our way onto all fours. So everything is gonna start to turn on, hug into center, and like I said, come onto all fours. Sway from side to side. You're just shifting your weight in the hands. And then sway from front to back. We're going to go back from side to side. And then once more, front to back or back to front. This time we're going to take it a little deeper. We're going to go all the way back to bring the hips as close to the heels as possible. All right, and then we're going to come forward and go way past the wrists. So we're just going to go back and forth, extending into more of like a child's pose shape, and then reaching forward as if we were moving into a chaturanga. And then let's come to center. All right, now we're gonna take half circles, right? So we're gonna swing the hips around and back towards the right foot. Right, so the right hips lean down to the right side. Turn this into a little more of a side stretch, reach the arm, right? Also feel free to take any intuitive movements that feel good to you here. This is your practice after all. And then we're going to swing the hips back forward to all fours. And we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So swing the hips around and back. So all the weight comes into the left side of the body. Extend the arm, play with making this more of a side bend, side stretch. So we're going to do this a couple times on each side. So go back to the right. Go back to the left. And then start to find your way coming back to center. Find stillness here in this tabletop position. Press out through the hands, round the back, come into a cat pose. And then we're going to reverse the movement, bring the chest through the arms for a cow. So again, alternate between shapes. Feel free to introduce any other subtle movements that accentuate and help you feel good and make this feel just more right in your body. right? Like I said, we're gonna use this practice as if we're inviting fresh air into our house, right? So we're opening up all the windows, the doors, and just airing it out. Come back to center. All right, let's take it up. So go ahead and tuck the toes, lift the knees. All right, hover here for a moment. All right, and then send the hips back, right? So the head comes in line with the arms. Knees are still bent. All right, so we're just in this like tighter crouched down dog. Crouching dog. No, I don't know. I'm just making things up. All right, from here with the bent knees, pedal out through the feet. All right, starting to straighten the legs as you move through these movements. And then eventually pedal your legs so that they're both straight. You may need to walk the feet back a few inches, the hands a few inches forward. And then start to make your way to stillness here in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Move into your breath, right? Focus your attention on the inhale and the exhale. And then very slowly, we're going to take a walk up to the front of our mat. No rush to get there. Time is on our side. And then arrive in an Uttanasana, forward fold. Grab onto opposite elbows. Sway over to the right. Sway over to the left. Come back to center. Switch the crossing of the arms. Sway over to the left. And then over to the right. Come back to center. All right, we're going to unhinge at the hips. You're going to lead with a flat back and come all the way up to stand. When you become tall, straighten the arms and then lower them down by your sides. Eyes can be closed or open. All right, but just take this moment as you arrive being upright to one, adjust to being upright, and two, just regrouping. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, go ahead and circle the arms up. Let's move into some sun salutations, Serene Namaskar. All right, on an exhale, dive and fold forward. So hinge at the hips, lead with the flat back. All right, plant the hands on the floor. All right, go ahead and look halfway. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back to a low lunge. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank pose. Right, and then lower to the ground either in one piece or first take the knees down and then lower down. Lengthen your legs out behind you, create more space on the fronts of the hips, and then inhale, lift up for cobra. Exhale down. Right, wrap the arms in, zip up the low belly, and then press up to all fours or straight up to plank. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale. I want you to look forward and lengthen. And then on an exhale, step the back foot forward, fold into your legs. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms up. And then dive and fold forward. Step the left foot back. Oh, I'm sorry, right foot. Left foot to dog. Inhale, forward to plank. And then lower to the ground. Inhale, up for cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up to plank or to all fours. And then back to dog. Lift the left leg. Step it forward. Inhale, look forward, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, step the back foot forward, fold into your legs. Inhale, circle the arms up to stand. And then dive and fold right back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All right, step the left foot back. Right foot to dog. Roll forward to plank. And then exhale your way to the ground. Inhale, up for cobra. Exhale, fold. All right, press back up to plank or all fours. And then back to dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. This time we're going to take a twist. So reach the right arm up. And then untwist, take the hand down. Step the back foot forward, fold into the legs. Stand yourself up, Urdhva Hastasana. And then dive right back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press back up to all fours or plank. And then exhale back to dog. Lift the left leg. Step it forward. All right, lift the left arm, open up for a twist. Take the hand down, step the back foot forward, fold into the legs. Circle the arms up to stand. Draw a prayer to your heart. Close your eyes. Stay for 3 rounds of breath. Reach the arms up. Dive and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands and either hop or step back to a downward facing dog. Lift the right leg. And then open up the hips, right? So stack the hips one on top of each other as best as you can. Bend the knee, bring the heel towards your seat. And then re-straighten the leg, square the hips, step it down. You're going to do the same thing on the second side. Okay, so lift the left leg, right, and then open up the hips. Bend the knee, bring the heel to the seat. Re-straighten the leg, square the hips, take the leg down. Lift the right leg. And this time step it forward in between the hands. Right. I'm going to root the back heel down so the back foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. And then as you stay low to the ground, right, circle the arms open for warrior two. Take your time to arrive here, to open up the hips, to open up the chest. And then press out through the front heel, straighten the leg, parallel the toes. And then lead with a flat back, fold forward. Take the hands down to the ground. Just walk them back in between the feet. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Walk the hands forward, return to that flat back. Okay, and then I want you to just make your way to the front of your mat and step the foot back, downward facing dog. Okay, lift the left leg up, step it forward. Okay, root the back heel down, right? We want it parallel to that bottom edge of the mat. All right, stay nice and low in the legs, and then cartwheel the arms open. Right, take your time getting into the hips, getting into the shoulders. Right. Press out through the front heel, straighten the leg, parallel the toes, and then dive and fold forward, lead with the flat back. Take the hands down to the ground, walk them back in line with the feet. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Walk your hands forward. And then bring yourself back to the front of your mat. Step the foot back to dog. Then you can either stay here or you can move through a flow. So what a flow is going to look like is you're going to roll forward to plank. Then you're either going to choose to lower down to the floor, right? Or you can lower down halfway to chaturanga. If you took the chaturanga, you'll come up to an up dog. If you lower down to the floor, you're going to lift to a cobra. And then exhale back to that downward facing dog. All right. Go ahead and lift the right leg up. step it forward in between the hands. We're going to stay here for a moment in this low lunge. I want you to drop the back knee, untuck the toes, and then we're going to walk that right foot to the outside of the hand. So now we're in a lizard lunge. All right, think of the hips being more even, so you may have to draw the right hip back, the left hip more slightly forward. And you can either stay here with the arms straight, or you can come down. Right, again, make this practice your own. But the biggest thing I want you to really focus on is just those hips being even. All right. Go ahead and tuck the back toes, lift the knee up off the ground, right, and then walk that foot back in between the hands. All right, we're going to come into triangle pose from here. So root the back heel down, and we're going to stay super low to the legs as we straighten and open up from here. Right, so reach out through the front heel to straighten the front leg, right, and then turn and open up the hips, open up the chest, take that top arm to the sky. Bring the right side of the chest a bit more forward so the shoulders are stacked. Take your gaze down, hand down to the ground, step back to a dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step it forward in between your hands. Pause in this low lunge. Right, and then take the knee down, untuck the toes. Right, walk the left foot outside the left hand. Right, and then choose your variation. Right, when you're going to be static in this pose, think of keeping the hips even. So right hip slightly, left hip slightly back, right hip slightly forward. Right, and then choose to explore and make this your own. Start to come back to center. Find some stillness in the shape. Walk the foot in between the hands. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. And we're going to come back to that triangle. So root the back heel down. Foot's at a 90-degree angle in the back. Right? And then press out through the front heel. Stay folded over that front leg. Right? Then open up the hips. Right? And then start to lift, open, expand. Uttanasana. Drive the left side of the chest more forward so the shoulders stack. And then take the gaze down, bend through the front knee, step back to your downward facing dog. You can stay here in a dog, or you can move through a flow. Right? If you move through a flow, your choice of how far you want to lower down to the ground and which back bend you want to take. And then we'll all meet back in that downward facing dog. Go ahead and bring the knees down to the ground. Right, walk them under your hips. Right, and then sit back on the shins. Close your eyes. Give yourself a moment to reintegrate being upright. We're just upside down for a while. Swinging around. All right, shift your hips to the left. Swing your legs around to the right and forward in front of you. And guess what? We're going right back down to the ground, just where we started. All right, so lower down with control. And then find that connection of the back body on the floor. All right, find the feet connecting to the ground. Find that length in the spine against the ground, the weight of the head against the ground. All right. To finish our practice, I want you to draw the right knee in towards the chest. All right, go ahead and straighten the left leg, and then take the right leg across the body. We're going to come into a supine twist. So one thing with this shape, right, is we're twisting and there's this natural element of expansion here, right? So the body, both sides of the body are going in opposite directions, right? So I want you to really focus on your breath, right? And just allowing the breath as a tool to relax the body, right? So naturally the body wants to grip and hold on, keeping everything to center as if we're gonna fall, but we have the support of the ground. So just breathe yourself and tell yourself into relaxation and release. Draw yourself back to center and twist. Right, place the right foot down, step the left foot down, and then we'll switch to the second side. So left knee comes in towards the chest, right leg straightens, and then cross the left leg in front of the in front of the body, or bring it across the body. Right. And then again, right, as the body wants to naturally like twist and pull and just fall into its natural tendencies, focus on your breath and focus on this sensation of release. Go ahead and untwist yourself. Plant the foot back down to the ground. Bring the right foot to meet. Find evenness here on both the right and left sides of the body, from the tips of the toes to the crown of the head. If you have time to stay here for Shavasana, then stay. Continue to focus on your breath. Just allow this practice and allow that breath to just circulate through your body again, as if you'd open the windows and the door and the fresh air is just circulating through your house on a warm spring day. If you have to get up with me, roll onto your side, use your arm as a pillow and pause. Use your hand to press yourself up to sit. Return to a cross-legged seat. Place your hands on your body and tap back into that connection with yourself. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. My name is Desiree. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, I would love to hear from you. Enjoy the rest of your day.